Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And if you can remember, about 10 days ago or so, maybe slightly longer, I did a video about Allison Bailey. She was the barrister and close friend of JK Rowling, who is suing her employers, which is Barristers Chambers, and the hate organisation Stonewall for discrimination, for making her feel like she was outside of the norm. The fear, she was basically feared for her job, for her livelihood, because of what they were saying, and she was convinced that they were her employers were sort of angling to fire her because of the transgender manoeuvrings by Stonewall, which is a group really that had a function to fight for the equality of gay people. Gay people got their equality. Stonewall no longer had a function, so decided to extend itself into areas where it could interfere, spread divisiveness and hate. And it's done an excellent job at being a hate organisation now. And it is making life misery for an awful lot of normal people. But I did promise that we'd do a follow-up to the case. And there's an article today, and I think it's an opportune time to take a sort of a dip back into the water on this one and see how it's going. So I shall put myself down in my usual corner there, and we'll take a look at this article. It's in the Mail Online. So here's the article. JK Rowling's lesbian barrister friend, why they need to put that in the headline. Oh, it sells papers. It's the Mail. They're very turgid, aren't they? Anyway, a friend tells Tribunal that Stonewall operates like a criminal protection racket by persuading firms to follow its transgender policies, and she's absolutely right. They go into firms and they say, do this. We've inspected you. You've got hate. But do this, and this, and we'll give you a nice badge. You can stick it on your door, and then you don't get hate. And when I say they come in and do this, no. They want a lot of money for this. And if you don't give them the money for them to come in and inspect, they go, oh, there's a problematic organisation. They, Company X, they don't have a Stonewall, friendly badge on their walls. They're terrible, terrible people. No, they just refuse to succumb themselves to your hateful rhetoric and bow down on their knees to fear, loathing and bullying by the most loathsome creatures on the planet, because bullies are loathsome, and that's what Stonewall are. Anyway, Allison Bailey claims that Stonewall convinced her employer to investigate her. Yes, because Allison Bailey has this thing where she says, I'm not a they them, I don't agree with sharing spaces with men, I want female only, and by female she means natural born female only spaces. And of course, Stonewall and their transgender lobby, their weird transgender friends with their mental illness, they can't stand that. So they went, oh, she must be investigated. Hate, she's phobenist. She's not a phobenist. She's standing up for herself. She's standing up for her rights. She's standing up for her freedoms. And she's standing up to not have to feel fear and loathing by sharing a space with a biological man. Ms. Bailey argues there's a conflict between gay people and transgender people. Yeah, because gay people have an attraction for people of the same sex, whereas transgender people have a mental illness. It's not the same. You can be a gay person and be completely happy with who you are. No transgender person can be happy with who they are. A man who wants to be a woman, he can want all he likes. He can put his pretty frock on, he can put his bow in his hair, and he can call himself Sally. It doesn't matter. He's a man and will be a man until the day he dies. And no matter what he does, he knows that. And that's why they're never happy. It's a mental illness. She is suing Stonewall and Garden Court Chambers, that's her employers, alleging discrimination. She has previously received backing from her friend, the author JK Rowling. And there's a picture of JK and the lady in question, Allison Bailey. So, a barrister has accused Stonewall of operating like a criminal protection racket by persuading firms to follow its transgender policies, or as we like to call them, its policies of hate. Allison Bailey claims that the LGBTQ charity, who are desperately aiming to be LGBTQP, as we all know, convinced her employer Garden Court Chambers to investigate her support of gender critical beliefs. Now, I hate the term gender critical beliefs, because what they should use instead of gender critical beliefs is normalcy. They use the term gender critical beliefs because they have to create a term that they can then use as an insult. What is gender critical belief? Gender critical belief is the belief that a woman is an adult female human, that a man is an adult male human. Gender critical belief is also things like only female born are women, a man in a frock is a man. These are gender critical theories. That's what they say. So they use this term as an insult, and as a weapon. So the very fact that they claim she is supportive of gender critical beliefs is their way of saying, oh look, she's got, use his words, hate. She's not. She's a normal person who says, no, if you're born female, you're female. If you're born male, you're male. And you can wear a dress or you can do what you like. You're still male. And I don't want a born male in a female only space. Don't blame her. Completely 100% agree. 99% of the people in this planet, 99.99% of the people on this planet will agree with that. Ms. Bailey, who is a lesbian, founded the LGB Alliance group, notice there's no T, in 2019, which argues that there's a conflict between the rights of lesbian, gay and bisexual people and transgender people, and opposes many of Stonewall's policies, as all right-minded people should do. She claims to have lost work and income due to GCC's involvement with Stonewall's Diversity Champions scheme, which she said was exclusive and discriminatory to her beliefs. Ms. Bailey has previously received backing from Harry Potter author JK Rowling, who tweeted a picture of her inspirational friend to mark Lesbian Visibility Week last month, sparking a trans row on social media. The trans row being that she sat there with you got a woman in JK Rowling, marvelous woman, admired by the channel, and there was a whole bunch of other women, and there were all women. You had Maya Forstater was there, obviously Allison Bailey was there. They were all activists, all of them wanting safe space for biological women to be recognised as solely women, for there to be legislation that female sex was overrid female gender, and that women could demand that no male born could be coming into places where women didn't want them, i.e. toilets, changing rooms, safe, women's refuges, things like that. The sort of thing that, like I say, should be normal and which 99.99% of people want. Stonewall had recommended GCC change the pronouns she and he to they and their. I would find that offensive. I'm not a they. I don't have schizophrenia. I'm a he. But here's the important thing. Not only am I a he and a him, I don't want to have to put he and him anywhere. I refuse ever to put, when they say, oh, and what's your preferred pronouns? I say, mind your own business. Use your common sense. I refuse to do it because that's the language of hate and control. On Thursday, Ms. Bailey told the Employment Tribunal, imagine you went for a job and they said, no, we must put up here, this isn't for records, we're going to put this up on the name of your door, your religion. Would that be tolerated? Because it's exactly the sort of thing they did in the 1930s in Germany. Stonewall would have us all wearing yellow stars, I kid you not. Anyway, on Thursday, Ms. Bailey told the Employment Tribunal the fact that Stonewall considered sex language unacceptable and to be replaced by gender-neutral language had wider implications for me within the GCC. Yeah, Stonewall don't want anyone to have any kind of sex applied to them. because that would defeat their very existence. Everyone's got to be gender neutral. I find that offensive. I'm not a they. I'm not a gender neutral. I'm a male. I'm a man. And if you don't like it, hey, tough. I don't care. You can call yourself what you want. You have no say over the words that I use. She said the charity used its scheme to embed the concept of gender identity within government departments and the voluntary sector in a way that was outside the law. Ms Bailey went on, Stonewall and its diversity champion scheme would be exclusive of me. It declared people with my views as being hateful and bigoted. They declared an intention to discriminate against lesbians like me. Ijeoma Omambala, QC, Stonewall's barrister, told the tribunal nothing that this tribunal has seen thus far from Stonewall describes you or anyone like you as hateful, does it? She then questioned Ms Bailey on how the chambers were supposedly induced by the charity. Ms Bailey replied, once we had signed up as an organisation to Stonewall's Diversity Champion Scheme, i.e. their protection racket, all of the chambers were being induced to follow the objectives of Stonewall. The focus of all of them is to advance a policy position on trans rights and gender identity that go way beyond the law. Because I don't want to be referred to by gender. Gender is masculine and feminine. I want to be referred to by sex, male and female. In the UK, with the exception of Ireland, and I think she means Northern Ireland because there are a couple of things still with Northern Ireland, LGBTQ equality at law has been achieved. What hasn't been achieved is gender identity. She added, Stonewall is a very powerful organisation and it can confer protection or it can take it away. It's a threat, threatening behaviour. And who does that? Criminal organisations. The inducement that Stonewall offers with its scheme is reputational protection or reputational harm. It is like a protection racket. JK Rowling's tweet, which featured a picture of Ms Bailey marching for the LGBT rights in San Francisco in '91, sparked fury within the trans community because of Ms Bailey's impending case against Stonewall. Linda Riley, the founder of Lesbian Visibility Week, accused Ms Rowling of using the week as a vehicle to stir up more hate within our community, adding that she stands with Stonewall. You can't stand with an organisation that is hate. If you are a woman and you stand with Stonewall, you are saying you want women cancelled. And that makes you an idiot. Why would you stand with the very organisation that wants to cancel you? I suspect that Linda Riley may not necessarily be born a woman. Can't guarantee it, and I might be wrong. Ms Bailey claims her income substantially reduced in comparison to previous years, most notably to 2018, blaming the Central London law firm for withholding of instruction and work from her following these interactions. Garden Court said there is not one shred of evidence to suggest she was deprived of work. Gender-critical beliefs include that sex is biological and cannot change, which is, true. Sex is biological. It cannot change. And that the word woman is defined as an adult human female. And that is also true. Because anything else is false. If you're born a male and have a male body and have male DNA and still have your prostate, you're a man. Doesn't matter what you call yourself, you're a man. Ms Bailey has raised more than $495,000 to fund her legal case. Good luck. The hearing has also been due to begin last Wednesday, but had to be adjourned after Miss Bailey, I think I admitted this, she took to hospital, she collapsed and had to spend a night in hospital, so it went ahead on Friday. The hearing had previously heard that Miss Bailey's gender-critical views were labelled transphobic by her colleague, the family law barrister Stephen Liu, and the tribunal continues. No, saying that a woman is someone who was born a woman is not transphobic. It's realistic. It's correct. And what happens is the moment you say anything they don't like, you're a phobe and an ist, and they try to beat you down and bully you. And she has refused to be bullied. And good luck to her. I hope she wins, because transgenderism is a mental condition, and it's hate-filled, and it's divisive, and it destroys lives, and it's destroying many, many lives. And children especially. They target the children, but they destroy children's lives because they get these children to go down a road from which there is no return. It needs to be outlawed. Anyway, I shall come up and we shall round this video off. So the case continues. I'll bring a further update as and when we hear anything, or if it draws to a conclusion, I'll bring the result. But I do hope she wins the case. I think that Stonewall are just bully boys. They are little more than a protection racket. They're led by awful people, odious reptilian people. And that what they're doing is they're leeching onto the trans issue because they otherwise would have no reason to exist. So it just tells you exactly the sort of people they are. But I shall leave it there, and like I say, until we hear any further information. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notification of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.